Ben's the GOAT. I had 2 people in my team removed for being too good. And what is your team, Alfie? Oh, you'll be jinxed. You'll be jinxed. I don't know why I said it like that. Ugh, you'll be jinxed. Disgusting. Ben's going for a Mischief race win. As lights, they're still on. They're still on. But now they're out. Martin leads us. Hopefully no dangerous driving on this first corner as Mischief goes into the lead. And there is Barnsley who's round, and he gets wing damage. Lacero's left the session. The S's are going to be chaos. But Martin's back in the lead. Yellow flag somewhere. Lacero. But at the front, Martin trying to get a 1 second lead. Angel Shot's made his way up to 3rd. Position changes. A lot of battling in that mid-pack. Think someone's round. Guido struggled there. Guido and Barnsley. I mean, Guido started at the back, but Barnsley dropping down 12 positions. Not ideal at all for the Sauber driver. I think everything's pretty clean so far. Martin almost got a 1 second lead already. And then Mischief almost got 1 second lead on Angel Shot. This could be huge for Martin, who should really be burning. If he knows he can get out of the DRS, he should be burning. Martin. Ooh, is he borderline? But Mischief is away from Angel Shot. There's a lot of yellow flags happening. Lacero somehow still 17th. Charlie Pichu down to last. Barnsley with that wing damage. Charlie Pichu down the inside. Barnsley's off. Lacero Cloud's back in. Mischief is within the 1 second of Martin. Just about. Just about. I mean, if Martin could just get out of the DRS once, Mr. Zeddy's already got the time penalty. That's the thing. How many time penalties are there going to be? How many seconds? Go Bucks also got a time penalty. Looks a bit further back. Drivers go round. It's Maverick and Go Bucks side by side. I think Maverick would have picked up a warning there. It's all happening just by an Angel Shot, who has been overtaken by Niddy Psycho in the Haas. Zenix and Mike P side by side. Expect Zenix to take this position. And Zenix is up 9 positions. Huge from the reserve. He's going to have to cut the corner there. He's still got Mike P right behind him. Doesn't get the best exit. But as we will go to front of the grid. Once again, Martin and Mischief getting away. Lily Psycho seems to have good pace here. I mean, you can see the mini-map. That is ridiculous. There is now a gap behind Mr. CD, which has pretty much been closed up by Zenix. Seems to have the pace here, as he didn't quite see in qualifying due to the amount of invalidations. As Quick Pig and CGP are battling for that last points position. Very, very early to call it that. But Guido makes his move on his teammate. Barnsley's going to be really struggling on that wing. But now, Mischief in the Ferrari goes into P1. And actually, I haven't seen the tyre differences. Front 3 on the mediums. Angel Shot on the hards. Angel Shot also trying to get A position back on Mini Psycho. Tries to get a little switch back, I think. We'll go down the inside. Clips the back of Mini Psycho. Nothing happens. But yeah, I reckon about 100 and... This is just off the top of my head. 159 seconds of penalties. It does rack up considerably. Oh, Go Bucks really struggles through that corner. Will there be a dive bomb for Bahamut? No, there will not. If we look further towards the front. Martin on the inside, not necessarily trying to go for the move, but putting off Mischief a little bit. I mean, these two could secure a P1 and 2. Obviously, unless it's a safety car. They are over 3 seconds away from the pack. But, you know, on a close, there's not really that much battling. As Angel Shot's desperately trying to defend against Go Bucks. Who is just about behind him. But going onto the straight, you'd expect Angel Shot to lose positions. I mean, what has happened to Mini Psycho? He went into that corner out the DRS. Or not giving Angel Shot any DRS. As they're side by side almost at the front. You can see Mischief with all the ERS in the world. A lot of time penalties already. Some drivers want 6 seconds. You expect Mischief to get this position back at some point. How many seconds did I say? Oh, I'll look back at the stream. Zenix has lost a couple of positions, I think. If you have a look again, Little Aaron's up. A lot of drivers up a few positions. Little Aaron, Dave Dyke, Zenix. If you have a look further forward, Bahamut's in those high scoring positions now. Barnsley's now in the pits. He couldn't deal with the wing damage. Goes on to the mediums. As Bahamut's now got his time penalty. This will be crucial in the battle for the lead. I mean, so far, I know it's only 5 laps in, but looks like Martin and Mischief are just going to drive away. As Mischief goes into first. And this camera angle is shite. Why? Get off this camera angle. There we go. I'll have to do it with this. Mini Psycho's got many men behind him. There we go. That's a better camera angle. As it looks like Bahamut's trying to get the run on Go Bucks. Goes just behind him, actually. Slots behind him. But this train goes down to P7. Then Inazuma leads a little. Go Bucks has rejoined, lost a couple of positions there. He runs into Angel Shot, who brings up the rear of this pack. I say Inazuma and Maverick being a pack. I think Inazuma's sort of dragging Maverick along. Inazuma needs to try and get on the back of this pack, really, to maximise the points. Mischief does lead the race right now. Martin gets a 3-second time penalty. And I'll take that time to have a look at Mischief's. Oh, I was just looking at Martin's shite. The Ferraris don't have anything, really. Ferraris have no warnings. As well, what's happened? Nothing. Go Bucks is having his fair share of the action. He gets clipped in the back by Angel Shot. Martin with the 3 seconds is huge. Zenix side by side with Mike P. Still side by side. But now it looks like he takes a position. Might lose the position to Mischief. And now only 3 seconds to Nitty Psycho. They don't want to battle too hard. Nitty Psycho has led this pack for a while now, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. As Martin seems to want to dive down the inside. As CGP's round. Maverick is pit off the mediums. Going for the undercut. Maybe he got wing damage. No, he didn't. And there is actually a gap now from... is there a gap? Bahamut. The two Hasses trying to separate, and I think they've done it successfully. Tried to separate from the pack behind of Jinx, Angel Shot and GoBox. GoBox struggling a little bit, and now Inazuma's almost in that pack. Mr. CD 6 seconds behind. The Hasses should swap positions. They could work together here to try and catch the front two. Really good start from the Hasses. Let's have a look a little bit further back. Oh, what is this angle? I don't want to see that. Whoa! Zenix goes all the way around the outside. Gonna lose the position, but almost took out Aaron. Thankfully, he avoids it. But now Aaron gets the time penalty. Time penalty's going to be crucial here. Have a look further down the line. Bahamut seems to have the pace on those hards. Now the mediums aren't going as quickly. Under 2 seconds behind now. Martin dragging along Mischief. But with 3 seconds. Zenix. What's happened? Yellow flags. He's had an incident. Angel Shot and Jinx side by side. What's going to happen here? As Angel Shot. Jinx is okay. Not really sure what happened. I prefer this perspective. I think just didn't give Jinx quite enough room. He's definitely just cut that corner and he gets a penalty for it. As now Mischief's right behind Martin. Will we have another swap of the lead of the race? Will we have another swap of the Hasses? Poor exit from Nitty Psycho. But they can now see the drivers ahead. Zenix now gets the time penalty. Jinx and Angel Shot. As in the background, GoBucks goes off. He's managed to get within the DRS, I think, because of these two battling so hard. And obviously that instant earlier, as Jinx is just cutting at every corner he can see. He sees a corner, he is cutting it. How many penalties does this man have? Only 6. A lot of 6 seconds, quite a few 3 seconds as well. Switch back from Angel Shot is helped by the fact that Jinx is just off the track completely. As Jinx, what is going on here? As the lead of the race, Martin and Mischief. Mischief with the switchback. Lovely switchback from Mischief as he goes into P1. Martin just doesn't time that well. The first corner is a difficult corner to get right. But Mischief's got it spot on there. Bahamut gets another time penalty. As the Hasses are almost within DRS. I see the Hasses. Bahamut's almost within DRS. Could he potentially leave his teammate here? We don't know. But Bahamut seems to have the pace, but also seems to cut a lot of corners. As they go side by side, it's not what they need to do. Maybe it's every man for themselves. There'll be no working together. As again, Mischief has the pace on the exit. Did he get the DRS? He did not. Caution. Oh no. Oh no. No. What has happened? Well, I think you can guess what's happened there. Angel Shot and Jinx, their races. Jinx is completely down the pack. Angel Shot still in P8, but might have wing damage. And now he's got Mike P behind him. I think his wing's fully intact. And now they have left Psycho a little. But Psycho should be able to probably swoosh back up into that DRS if these three battle. As you see, Mischief. Maybe Bahamut's got the run on Mischief. Doesn't quite go alongside. But Martin keeps the lead for the time being. Remember, Bahamut's on those hards. They're going to do better than the mediums right now. It looks like Bahamut's just waiting to get past Mischief. Jinx is retired in the pits. Very unfortunate for him. He was having a pretty decent race up there in P, well, battling for P7 and P6. Did he get a time penalty? CGP gets a time penalty. Everybody gets a time penalty. And now, what will happen on the straight? Psycho's not in range. Bahamut, are they just going to stay within? Just stay in a line? Okay. Charlie Peachy with the 3 seconds. Bahamut. Literally just staying in a line. Mike gets ahead of Angel Shot on the straight. Angel Shot breaks much later than Mike. Maybe the switchback's on for Angel Shot. Mike comes across just before Angel Shot can get alongside. Good defending from Mike right now. Angel Shot half spins. He's on those hard. Sorry, I need a drink. As Mike half spins into the path of Angel Shot, but he manages to not clatter him completely. But we'll go back to the front of the race. Mini Psycho still not, doesn't have a look in. Onto VRS. Bahamut's the one with none. As what's happened here. Oh, little arrow. Oh no, never mind. Nacera's in the pits off of the hards. Maybe he had wing damage because there's no reason to pit off those hards so early. But now you can see Martin got a bit of a lead. He's better in those S's, clearly. Seems like Mischief does struggle in those S's. Put those... Whoa, Mischief! Poor exit. And Martin is out of the DRS range right now, but obviously Bahamut and Mischief have now got the DRS. But Mischief could make it very interesting if he goes down the inside of Bahamut. As yellow's somewhere. Barnsley gets 3 seconds. But they are now right behind again. Angel Shot on Mike. Mike goes around the outside. Doesn't get the XP whatsoever, and it actually could lose the DRS to Angel Shot if he's not careful. He's got ZX on those hards. You expect those medium runners to pit soon. Oh, and Martin has already. And so has Mischief. Bahamut stays out on that alternate strategy. He's done it ever so well. However, 6 seconds penalties is not ideal. What could really help Martin is if he comes out. Well, obviously he's going to come out ahead of Mischief, but if he's going to get out for the DRS, out of the DRS straight away, because you think oh well, never mind, he's not. But there is both Ferraris now next to each other. And wow, look at that top 6. Haas, Mercedes, Ferrari. Where's Dave? Get up, Dave. As a lot of drivers pit. Drives towards the back. Guido, Aaron, Charlie Peachy all pit on for the hards. Nacera gets the move done on Mike P. And Martin is in the DRS of Mr. CD. And he's out the way of Mischief as there is yellow flags again. But Mr. CD may have accidentally been a massive help Oh, he could still be a massive help to his teammate here. If maybe he can just do a defensive job on Mischief, Martin could get away with those 3-second time penalties. Still could get a little gap. As Nini Psycho pits, Inazuma gets a penalty. I think almost all the lobby have got a penalty now. As Mischief, as Mr. CD pits, and that is not the team orders that Martin wanted. But he is at the DRS nicely. A lot of pits I can't quite keep up with, really. Mr. CD pits onto those fresh hards. Mischief still 1.7 seconds behind Martin. So gets us 3 seconds. And I think it is just CGP who's causing all these yellow flags. As Barnsley now pits off those mediums. You expect onto the hards. No, he is retiring from the session. That early spin and the early collision. Oh, as CGP gets 10 seconds. And he retires as well. Mischief almost within DRS. He's closed the gap a little bit. But yeah, Barnsley off that first early collision and wing damage. Just couldn't get back into the pack. Had to pit early, and then yeah, his race is just gone considering he started on those hards as well. So that's a big chance for Bahamut, who's net P1 right now. Net, who's current provisional P1, I guess you could say. Inazuma, who's in P8. And Zenix. Will Angel Shot try and get a switchback? These three ever so close. Nini Psycho included in that, who does have now the really much fresher tyres. As this is a lovely view we've got here, really. Angel Shot cuts a little bit of the curb. Lovely. Just lovely here. And you can see Zenix pulling away. Charlie Pucci gets another penalty, and Zenix has really pulled away. Still going to be in that DRS, but Gobox somehow not in the DRS. Nearly Psycho. Can he get a move done on Angel Shot? He's burning. He's burning. Will he burn too far? Will he burn into the... Whoa! Angel Shot. Flies past. Flies off. Doesn't lose too much time, actually. Just didn't get his braking point right as Psycho now goes past. And in fact, Angel Shot's all over the place. Really needs to pit now. And he gets this time penalty. Just don't speed. Just don't speed. Don't speed. Don't think he did. But the longer Bahamut's staying out, the more Martin's catching him. And Martin just has a little lead to Mischief, as Angel Shot does, obviously, of course, pit. Nearly Psycho and Zenix battling hard. See, Zenix is yet to pit. Oh, never mind. These Hasses have had a very strong race so far. Angel gets back above Quick Pig. I mean, he's on those fresh mediums now. It's going to be how many positions he can make up, because all those drivers ahead of Pit, obviously apart from Zenix. And now that looks 3 wide, but obviously it's not, as all 3 of them will just slot ahead of one another. And I will cover towards the back. As Dave goes down the inside. Lovely move. Quick pig trying to get some exit speed to get him back. But to no avail. As now, Little Aaron tries to go down the inside as well. Tries to get the exit speed, and he does on Quick Pig. Maverick now pits off the hards. Maverick's going for a 3-stop. What? What's he... Deary me! Did we not learn from the first round? Safety car. As Quick Pig makes it into the pits, and so Maverick, of course, in the pits as well. Quick Pig onto the mediums. Maverick onto the mediums. And we should surely see Bahamut pit. And so will Zenix. Huge for them, because this is the time to pit. But also, these penalties are going to come into effect. The 9 seconds for Bahamut. I've got to say, it would have been difficult. Don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. It would have been difficult for Bahamut, for Martin to get that lead on Mischief, because it was just consistently 1.4, 1.5. So I'll look at chat. But now I'm sure the Barnsley wish he didn't retire, and so did CGP. As now, all of these drivers pit onto the mediums, most likely. Mischief pits onto the mediums. Martin doesn't. Martin is valuing the track position. Shani Pichu retires. But literally every driver is going to pit. Bar the drivers that have just come onto the hards recently. Still, there's a lot of drivers that are now... Ooh, I'm not sure about this. Mike P, Dave Dyke and Guido all going onto fresh hards. Yeah, Martin's valuing that track position. With that 3 seconds, he's probably just going to try and break away with Bahamut, you'd expect. Because Bahamut showed his pace today, has not had any major incidents yet. And you can see the field spread there, especially with the pits. Still, I mean, we have a look here. You expect CD to lose a couple of these positions. As now Nacero pits. I don't know. What happened there? No clue, because he wasn't first? Was he? No. No. Ben's saying Martin's going to be eaten alive here. As my fucking... As my party disconnects. And I'm back. But in terms of penalties, we could just see here some of those drivers are really going to gain. I mean... Martin and Bahamut really need to just... That's my language. They need to piss off of the pack. piss off from the pack. Because with those penalties, I mean, Bahamat's penalty is ridiculous. They need to get a bit of a lead. And we can see some of those drivers, Mike P and Dave Dyke, could be in with a real chance here, flying up the order. We're going to have another look at the standings. Still got 10 laps to go. You'd expect the safety car to be in this lap. That's all I'm saying. Yep, safety car in this lap. I've got to say, it looks more cinematic like this. However, I just can't comment. I can't understand what's going on, but the cars look quite similar. It's a bit confusing, you know. I'd like to know what's going on. Because Martin's going to lead us away. As I said, Martin and Bahamat really need to just get out of the pack completely. Nini Psycho. Nini Psycho and Mischief in a real chance of winning here. As Martin. Now he goes, and Bahamat's right behind him. Is he going to send it into the first corner? And now you see Mischief down the inside. Needs to try and get Nini Psycho now, and he does. Still says safety car for no reason. But Bahamat trying to get, maybe go for a move on Martin. Shouldn't. Goes for a nice little swing. But Martin's good at this sector, as you can tell. Oh. Mischief gets a 3 seconds. Mischief gets a 3 second. And that is huge for the grand scheme of things in this race. Nini Psycho has got no penalties. He can just hang on to this. Just needs to stay in this lead pack. It's now Martin. Bahamat completely defensive. And now, you can see CD loses his first position. We're expecting him to lose a lot more. As Quick Pig is round. Martin down the inside. These two battling hard, and Mischief now. Oh, they collide, but they're both alive. But Mischief now goes into P2. Martin down the inside. Not quite the inside anymore as he forces Mischief to back out, and Nini Psycho goes through. They're side by side. Still side by side. Nini Psycho pulls out. And this is a lovely little train of cars behind. Everyone's still very, very close. And we can see here for P5, CD just about leads it. But GoBucks really overshoots it. Uses the curb as well. I mean, he's still alongside CD. Bahamat gets another penalty, but he is away from Martin. He's been gobbled up by Mischief. Psycho's just about outside the DRS. He needs to get back in it. Really needs to get back in it. Bahamat's 12 seconds are going to kill him. But Martin and Mischief, they also, if they can get away from Nini Psycho, safety, not safety car, incident somewhere. Quick Pick gets another penalty. And now Mischief goes past Martin. Bahamat's disappeared. He's gone. Quick Pick retired. That's a double salve retire. It is that a safety car. That is another safety car. Is it? Yeah, it is, yeah. Bahamat gets his drive-through. I mean, I was confused about why he was... I was so confused to solve safety car, but I thought it might have been a game glitch, and I see him going full pelt. And that's going to be a drive-through for Bahamat. on top of his 12 seconds. Could he not have just served it there? Oh no, is there glitch? I don't know. Either way, Nini Psycho's back in the DRS. And breathe. Gee, and breathe. Go Bucks 10 seconds. Colliding with Nini Psycho, and now this has completely messed up everything. What order should they all be in? Hopefully no one else gets penalised for anything. Go Bucks with the 10 seconds. 10 seconds for Go Bucks again. What is this? Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. No. Go Bucks for Alpine. The Cyril Carlos had done a worse job of getting the points for the Alpine. But Go Bucks, as the main driver, has got a double. He's got 20 seconds. Apparently can't serve the drive-through under safety car, according to Mr. Ward. So that's horrible for Bahamut. But with the penalties anyway, he was going to drop down the grid, but not as far as he will with this drive-through. 23 seconds to Go Bucks. At least, if it was unjust, then he can try and get it removed. He doesn't have to pit. Mr. CD's left. Shelby, get in CD right now. Monsieur Cloud's left. No, I hope it's not. Oh, okay. I was getting nervous that I either disconnected or lobby died. So if we look at penalties again, Mike P is in a good position. Dave Dyke's in a good position. Nini Psycho is in a great position. But he is on those 8-lap-old hards. You'd fancy Mischief. And that's not just me talking about the race either. The driver, Mischief. You'd fancy him to win. Yeah, Ben saying, yeah, I do think he'll get it. He'll get one or both removed. But still, it's something to think about. He should still fight. If he knows he can get it removed, he should still fight like crazy. Because then a good position is still on, despite the fact he's going to finish this race in about 12th or 13th after Pens. We mustn't forget that after Bahamut's drive-through, he still has 12 seconds as well. This is surely, unfortunately for him, looks like it's going to be race over. Not quite over, but race severely harmed. But for Nini Psycho, could be a race win here. Just needs to stay within the DRS. He's got 6 laps to do, stay within the 3 seconds. And I'll have a look at Martin and Mischief's warnings. I know Martin got it quite soon. It's a double if it's a warning correct, third warning correct. There we go. So we got 1. You got 1. Mischief got 1. They've both got 1 warning, 1 extra warning. Safety car in this lap. I had to make sure that select driver's tab and click on view lap times. No, I'm not doing that right now. Yeah, no, it's fair enough though. Yeah. My bad. Anyway, Bahamut's going to lead us off. But for him, He's leading off the battle between Mischief, Martin, and the Psycho, you'd imagine. He's still not going yet. And now he goes round the corner. It's a good exit. It's a good start. And it's left Martin in the dust. Mischief, we're very happy with the start from Bahamut. As Mr. Seedy's not here. Shelby getting Seedy, man. He's going to lose a lot of time. Inazuma gets the 3 seconds. We'll go to the front again. I love the glitch at the top. But Bahamut leads the way still. Mischief still behind. Martin's still behind that. Then he's Psycho. Mischief struggling. Martin's struggling a little bit as now Gobucks gets the 3 seconds. So that destroys his chance. Obviously after, you know, destroys his title. His can't speak. Destroys his race win chance if he could get every other penalty removed. But now Martin is really struggling on those hards. He's going to really regret not pitting. Those mediums are going to die at some point, but they're going to start struggling soon as well. But Mischief's now in the DRS of Bahamut. This pack is still very, very close. The next 6 to 3 seconds, and I'll have another look at penalties because that's the main thing, really. Yeah, Mischief, all he needs to do is stay within the DRS of Bahamut, and he should be potentially race winner. He just needs to get the 3 seconds on Psycho, who also on old hards. He needs to work together with Martin, really. It's almost 3 seconds already. But when Bahamut... I mean, surely Bahamut should just serve this drive-through soon so Mischief doesn't get the DRS. If we're thinking about it from teams' perspectives, if Bahamut's pits straight away... If he pits straight away, Bahamut, then Mischief will get DRS for less time. And that can then mean that Psycho can go through. And now, Martin could get done by 2 drivers. Gobucks goes through almost side by side. Going to be side by side still. There's a little bit of contact. And now is that Angel Shot from nowhere. We forgot about Angel Shot. In P5, the Ferrari driver, in again a pretty decent position, will be top 4, surely, you'd imagine. But now Martin's out of the DRS of Psycho. So it's just going to be whether Psycho can get within the 3 seconds of Mischief. Bahamut, either get out of the DRS or pit. If you want to help your teammate, come on. As Mischief might almost be out of the DRS. I mean, he needs to really push to be in the DRS. It's crucial, as there's still a massive train back here. Gobucks and Zenix. Zenix, obviously with that 9 seconds. I don't know how many penalties there were in this race, but too many. As Mischief, Mike gets a time penalty. Gobucks gets another time penalty. Mischief's now in the DRS. And this is just going to take him further away from Nitty Psycho. Bahamut, you need to pit. Get the drive-through done, man. Unless he, you know, has a bit of a mare, purposely slows down a little bit to block Mischief slightly. Nitty Psycho does have Martin in the DRS again. Not sure how that's happened. Martin probably burned. He needs to get within. It's Mischief. Ooh, almost over the line. 3 laps to go. Almost. Now Nitty Psycho's in 3 seconds. Bahamut pits to help your teammate, and he has. I wonder if he's got the stream up. But now Nearly Psycho. Doesn't have any ERS. He just needs to make sure he's not embroiled with any of this pressure from behind. He's just about within it's so close between the two. Where has Bahama ended up? In P14, that drive-through has killed him. And with 12 seconds, very, very unfortunate for the Haas driver, but he might have just helped his Haas compatriot as Martin is struggling and GoBucks is going to be right behind him. And in fact, Martin's out the DRS of Nearly Psycho. This could be huge, as it's literally half a tenth the gap. Martin's using all his ERS possible to stay ahead from GoBucks, who says, no, 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 that's my position. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. He says that Mischief has got more of an aero car. I don't think Nearly Psycho has got as much straight line speed as Angel Shot. Has dropped down the order a little bit. I'm not really sure what's happened there. He's struggling with the 11 uphold mediums very much. I mean, Dave is a little bit off that battling pack in front of him, but still, that could be many positions he makes up. As GoBucks gets into P3. Obviously, that penalty doesn't really matter too much, but it will mean that Martin doesn't look like he's going to win this race whatsoever, and it's just whether Psycho can stay within 3 seconds of Mischief, and right now he is not. Little Aaron gets a penalty. And Mischief is cruising to this race win for the time being. So have a look. Mischief, lap times. 1 warning, 2 warning. He's still only on 1 warning. Nearly Psycho. Inazuma actually has found himself in this pack. It's a really big pack in the midfield now. Bahamut has got ahead of Dave Dyke and Guido, but he needs to get 6 seconds on Guido and 12 seconds on Dave Dyke. Very unlikely to happen. And it just does look like Mischief's going to take this race win. Nearly Psycho, no penalties. However, there is a slight issue. He just doesn't have the pace to get in that P1. Still looks to be P2, but now he's actually got GoBucks and mainly just GoBucks behind him, who has got the pace on the 11 uphold mediums. I guess more pace than Martin does. McLaren's in a mid-pack position once again. Aaron keeps getting penalties. 15 seconds is going to send him down the order. Actually, not too much because drivers behind also have mad penalties. But GoBucks third right now. Obviously, if he can get those penalties removed, it's a wild card for the Alpine driver. He could be anywhere from 13th to 5th or 4th. As now Martin and Zenix battling hard. Caution, what's happened? Mike P is round. Mr. Seeley's joined back. Well, that's great time, isn't it? Angel Shot's now down to P8. Obviously, doesn't have many penalties. But he's going to try and stay within 3 seconds of Inazuma. He's just about doing. But as I didn't realize we were on the last lap as well. As it looks to be Mischief going to take the race win at Circuit of the Americas. As Zenix is round. Mischief takes P1. Nearly Psycho's going to take P2. GoBucks is P3 for now. But it looks like Martin's going to take that third podium position. Inazuma in P4. He keeps it ahead of Angel Shot in P5. Good result yes again for the Ferraris. Dave Dyke from I don't know where up to P6. What a drive from the Williams driver. And I'll go into further detail about those standings in a second when it pops back up. But Mischief is your race winner. Psycho gave him a little scare at the end. Martin just didn't. That decision not to pit has cost him. So we have a look. Mischief, Nearly Psycho and Martin make up that podium. Inazuma, great performance from him. Back-to-back good performances. Angel Shot again in that top 6. Dave Dyke, the two big points for Williams there. Dave Dyke in P6 and reserve Zenix in P7. Huge for Dave Dyke though, massive. Guido in P8. Nacero in P9. Didn't notice that. Mike P had a bit of an incident in the end. P10. Bahamut in P11. He made it up a couple of positions. Almost in the top 10 to get that fastest lap point. Aaron with the mad amount of penalties. P12. V-Carb of Maverick in P13. I think he went for that 2 stop. Maybe even more stop after the safety cars. Gobucks in P14. But is that going to stand P14? We don't know. Mr. CD, unfortunate that he's disconnected. And then these drivers that DNF'd. And I'll try and get Psycho and Martin with an interview. If I can. But wow. Once again, Ferrari dominance. The decision to not pit under safety cars cost Martin dearly. Still a very acceptable result. Respectable result. So I'm trying to spell Psycho. But wow. Looks to be that we may be able to get Martin in here. Wow. Very entertaining race. Quite a few safety cars, I've got to say. But yeah, stay tuned. We will try and get try and get Martin in here. I'm sure you'll have a lot of things to say after that race. But in terms of the standings, ladies and gentlemen, let me get it up. Huge points for Mischief at the top. Martin will be still that sole contender. And an Angel Shot. Maybe Angel Shot and Inazuma. Maybe. Oh. Angel Shot, Inazuma, and Nearly Psycho will be part of that chasing pack. Barnsley will drop down after his DNF. Bama, unfortunately, will drop down as well after his very poor luck in the drive-through. But also the penalties were mad. And there will still be a pretty big gap from 8th downwards. And in terms of the team standings, Ferrari, of course, still miles ahead. V-Carb, after a great qualifying, I think both drivers just, well, Go Bucks, it could be anywhere. Go Bucks could be anywhere. And unfortunately, Jinx DNF'd. As I'll try and get Martin in here. Please, Martin, please get in here. And he's in. I need to get the stream up, make sure he's actually included the audio. I'll get the stream up quickly. I can hear you. It's just whether the stream can. It should be an option. As soon as you join the party, it should have been an option that it says like pops up somewhere. This person is streaming. Include your audio. Let me just double check that I've actually got the stream on party audio. Maybe I don't. I now have it on party audio. Does it come up?
Okay, now I have a what do you call it? I crossed it off.
Okay. Hold up. Let me just make sure. Hold up.
Yeah, we better test it this time. Also, for some reason, I can.
Yep. I can hear you. Jesus. Yeah, that was loud.
Sorry.
Right. Well, let's get things started. A pretty comfortable quali for you. Were you expecting to get pole by that much?
Oh,
or were you expecting
absolutely
more of a
not.
contest?
Sorry for interrupting you. I absolutely did not expect that in the least. Yeah, no, I practiced way too little. Well, I was hoping that I would crack the top 5 again, but never in my dreams would
Yeah.
I've thought that I get pole.
And then from there, it was a pretty strong race. A couple of safety cars in the mix as well. Do you feel like it was the right option to not pit under that first safety car? Well, maybe not the first, but the safety car with 10 laps to go.
No, it wasn't. But I thought of it way too late, to be frank. I can quite recollect, but I believe I saw Mischief pit for the mediums, and then I like thought, oh damn, why didn't I do that? Now it's too late. So I just thought I'm going to live with it now and see where it takes me.
Yeah, I mean, still another good performance.
Thank you.
Another podium finish. I mean, in terms of today, though, did you feel like you had the pace on Mischief, or did you feel like you're roughly the same pace?
No, I think he definitely had the pace advantage in the race. Probably because I didn't get that much practice. Then again, he is very talented. So I do think it's an earned win. Absolutely.
But yeah, as I said, great race from you. Another podium on the board. You're still chasing Mischief.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many points it is, but do you feel like it's just between you and Mischief, or do you maybe feel like Angel Shot has a shot? Excuse the pun. Inazuma maybe, Barnsey, Bahamut, Psycho.
Well, I do think those guys that you mentioned do have a shot. In terms of points before this race tonight, there was quite a gap. I believe it was about 20 points to
20,
P3.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's nothing that can't be close again. So yeah, it's definitely possible. I can't always get lucky and have podium finishes. So who knows? I mean, of course, I'll try and win the championship, or at the very least, try and finish in the top 3 with my ultimate goal of being promoted. But hey, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm just glad to be
Yeah.
part of it all.
Well, you'll be very glad to be getting in that top 3 once again and being in that title fight. Thank you very much for joining me.
You're very
Congrats on the
welcome.
P3.
Thank you.
And yeah, good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too, man. In a bit.
Bye.
See ya. Still in good spirits. Of course, I mean P3. You're going to be in good spirits. But it does feel like that was the wrong decision to stay out. And it did give Mischief that upper hand. And he does have the upper hand in the Drivers' Championships right now, Drivers' Standings. It was 4 points in Mischief's favour. And I think now it's going to be... Excuse me for just taking ages. 12-point gap for Mischief. But as Martin said, that can be closed within one race. Mischief has a bad race, but I mean, so far Mischief has Mischief has had no bad races. So he's Mr. Consistent. So Martin will need to get a couple of wins in a row maybe to close that gap instead. But the title race is heating up. The season keeps on coming. Rounds. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you. We've got 2 races tomorrow, Tier 1, Tier 2, as normal, around Kota, of course. And then Thursday, Tier 3, Tier 4, around Kota. I'm not going to say as normal. And then to round off the week, once again, Tier 5 on Friday at Kota. We will see you, hopefully, tomorrow.